Right, shall we start? Approximations 164 divided by 6 into 9. 2 times 2, 82 times 83 is 240, 236. Fifth option. Next. 1250 divided by 5, which is 250, plus 1200 divided by 3, 400. Answer 150 divided by 3, 50 plus 141, 191. What is 10% of this number? 20% is 190, approximately 20%. 5 gets cancelled. 520 minus 160, 360 divided by x square is 40. Then x square is divided by 40, which is 9. 3 square, x is 3. 125, 265, 100 plus 200, 300, 25, 65, 90 minus 75% of this number, half plus half. Half is 120, again half 60, both 180. Answer 210. A's age 12 years ago was equal to C's age 2 years ago. A's age 12 years back is equal to C's age 2 years back. That means A minus C is equal to 10. Who is elder? A. The respective ratio between percentages of B and C is 6:7. 3 people are there, 6 parts and then 7 parts. Then A's age 7 parts plus 10. B is 16 years younger than A. From A's age, if you subtract 16, that will be equal to B's age. A age is 7 parts plus 10. From this, if you subtract 16, that is going to be 7 parts minus 6 is equal to 6 parts. From this, 1 part is equal to 6. You understand? What will be A's age 8 years hence? Present age of A is 7 parts plus 10. After 8 years, it will be 7 parts plus 18. 7 into 6, 42, 18, 60. Clear? You actually don't have to solve this question like this. What is percentage of A? 7 parts plus 10. After this, you are actually done. Your question is about after 8 years. That is going to be 7 parts plus 18. 7 parts value is going to be 7 multiple. In 18, we have 7 multiple plus some extra number. What is that extra number? 4. That means from answer, if you subtract 4, it should be a multiple of 7. First option minus 4. 48. No. Next 38. No. Next 56. Is it 7 multiple? This may be your answer. Subtract 4. 44. Subtract 4. 41. There is only one 7 multiple after subtracting 4. 60 final answer. Tom allowed a discount of 20% on the market price while buying an article. He spent 60 rupees for its repair and then sold it for 648 and thereby earned a profit of 8% on his cost price. What was the original market price of the article? Okay. Now, by selling it at for 648, there is a profit of 8%. Then selling price is 108%. Then cost price is 100%, which is 600. You understand? Cost price value is equal to 600. There is a discount of, at what price we are selling it? 80% of market price plus repair cost is 60. And this is what he purchased, correct? Which is equal to cost price 600. 60 goes to the other side. 540, which is 80%. 1% of market price is by 80. 100% is into 100. 0, 0 gets cancelled. 8 cancellation. 6 times 48. 67 times. There is only one option which starts with 6, 7. Answer, third option. If you calculate, you'll get 0.5 here. 67.5 into 100. Sorry, that is 6.75, not 67.5. The height of the triangle is equal to the perimeter of the square whose diagonal is 6 root 2. Diagonal of the square is a root 2, which is 6 root 2. Root 2 gets cancelled. Side is 6. Perimeter 4a. 6 into 4, 24. That is equal to height of the triangle. Base of the triangle is equal to the side of the square whose area is 676. 676 can be written as 26 square. Then side is equal to 26. Base of the triangle is 26. Area of the triangle, half BH. Half base into height, 2, 13 times. Answer ends with 2. There is only 1. Arya kept aside 25% of monthly salary in her bank account as savings. She spends 40% of the remaining. If 25% is kept in bank account, remaining is 75%. Out of this remaining 75%, she spends 40% on various expenses and distributes the remaining. If 40% is over, remaining is going to be 60% to her mother and sister in the ratio 3:5. 60% of 75 or 75% of 60. If you want to calculate 60%, 10% double and triple is easy. 10% 7.5, double 15, triple 45. Otherwise, if you calculate 75%, half plus half. Half of this number 30, again half 15, both together. Now this 45 is given to mother and sister in the ratio 5 parts 45, each part 9, 9 3s 27 given to mother, 2 9 times 18 given to sister. Her mother received 1800 more than her sister. In terms of percentage, mother receives 9% more. So 1800 is equal to 9%, then 1% value is this much. How much did Arya keep aside for savings? For savings, she kept 25% away. 9, 200 times into 25, 5000 kept in bank towards savings. Set A contains 4 consecutive odd numbers, set B contains 4 consecutive even numbers. 4 consecutive odd, 4 consecutive even. The smallest number in set A is 9 more than smallest number in set B. So first number in set A is 9 more than smallest number in set B. Correct? Now look at here. What is difference between these two? 2 increased, right? Here difference is again 2 increased, right? Then difference between these two numbers also will be 9. Here also 9. Here also 9. So difference between respective numbers is going to be 9. The sum of highest number in set A and set B is 77. Let's say if it is A and if it is B. It is said that A plus B is 77 and we know that A minus B is 9. Smallest number in set A. That's what we need. Let me calculate first A value. How do you get largest one? Sum divided by 2. Sum is 86 divided by 2, 43. Difference between these two numbers 2. Difference between these two 4. Difference between first and last is 6. If you subtract 6, you get 37. That is the smallest number. Clear? The distance covered by car is 50 kilometers less than the distance covered by the bus in the same time. Same time, which is T hours. The speed of the car is 5 km per hour less than the bus. Wait a minute. From this statement, If car and bus both travels for 1 hour each, which vehicle will cover more distance? Bus will cover 5 kilometers more in 1 hour, correct? Like that, what is the distance between car and bus? There will be 5 kilometers distance in every 1 hour. If the distance is 50 kilometers between both, how many hours they travel? Then T value is equal to 10. Had the bus speed of the bus been 33 km per hour, what would have been the distance covered by it in T hours? We were asked to calculate distance covered by bus. Both travel for 10 hours, where bus speed is 33. Answer 330. First option. Next. A started a business with an investment of 4,000. B joined after 6 months from the start of the business with an investment which was 80% more than A. C joined after 8 months from the start of the business with an investment which was 20% more than B. A started with 4,000. B's investment is 80% more. What is 10%? 80% will be 408 times, which is 3,200. 3,200 more. 7,200. C's investment is 20% more than that of B. What is 10%? 720. 20% double. If you add 1440, it becomes 8640. Got it? A started after 6 months, B joined, C joined after 8 months. So A will be there for 12 months. As B joined after 6 months, it will be there for 6 months. C joined after 8 months, 4 months. First of all, 1 0 can be cancelled here. 1 0 is common, I am going to cancel it. 12, 60 times, 12, 7 times, 84, 24, 2 times. Again cancellation with 4, 100 times, 4 cancellation, 15 into 6, 90, 4 cancellation, 72. Again we can go with cancellation with 2, but not required, leave it like that, no worries. If the difference between A share and C share in annual profit is 700. What is difference here? 28. 700 is equal to 28 parts. One part is this much. B's annual share 90 parts. Is it clear? Come on. So 90 is a 9 multiple. In denominator, do you see 9 multiple? At least 3 multiple. Then answer must be 9 multiple. Can it be first option? Second, third, multiple options. 4 cancellation, 4, 7 times. 700, can I rewrite it as 7 into 100? I'll keep 7 as it is, into 100. In 100, I will cut off 4. Will be 25. 7, 7 gets cancelled. 25 into 9. There is a 0 in 90, I'll write 0. 25, 9 times. 9 25 is 225. 2 pipes can fill a tank in 12 hours and 18 hours respectively. A third pipe can empty it in 72 hours. If all the 3 are opened and function simultaneously, then in how much time the tank will be filled? First is 12 hours, second is 18 hours, third is 72 hours negative hour. LCM is 72. First does 6 units positive hour, 4 units positive hour, 1 unit negative hour. All are opened. 10 minus 1, 9. Time to fill the tank is 8. A boat can travel 21.6 kilometers downstream in 27 minutes. 7.2 kilometers upstream in 24 minutes. What is the total time taken by the boat to travel 72 kilometers upstream, same distance downstream together? Instead of using formula, you know how to calculate speed. How do we do it? Convert into 60 minutes. Using 27, how do you get 60? Divide it by 9 into 20. Again, to this number you have to do divide it by 9 into 20. You'll get downstream speed. Yes? Next. In upstream, 24 minutes is given. How do you get 60 minutes using this number? Divide it by 4 into 10. Divide it by 4 into 10. You'll get upstream speed. Then you have to calculate time to cover 72 kilometers in up, 72 kilometers in down. This is one method, which you already know. Yes? I'll explain you one more. In downstream, how many kilometers covered? I'll multiply that with 10. How many kilometers it will become? So then to cover 216 kilometers, how much time will it take? 270. How many kilometers we need? How many kilometers we need? How many kilometers we know? How do you get 72? By 3. Divided by 3. 270 by 3. 90. Upstream over. Now downstream. How many kilometers covered in downstream? In how much time? We need 72 kilometers, right? Multiply it with 10. Then to cover 72 kilometers, how much time it takes? 240. So total value 330. All are in minutes, right? If you convert into hours, 5 hours is 300 minutes and 30 more minutes. First option answer. Numbers are cooperative here. In every question, this may not work, but here it is working. But everywhere we will calculate speed of downstream and then upstream. But here that is not required because numbers are cooperative. A jar contains a mixture of apple juice and vinegar in the ratio 3:2 respectively. Some quantity of mixture is taken out and 8 liters of vinegar was added to it. If the resultant quantity of vinegar in the mixture was 4 liters more than initial quantity of vinegar, what was the quantity of mixture taken out from the jar? Initially, apple and vinegar are in the ratio 3:2. Some quantity is taken out. Correct? The remaining quantity also should be having apple and vinegar in the ratio 3:2. The quantity which we are taking out also should be in the ratio 3:2. How many parts are we taking? Should be a 5 multiple. Go to options. 2 options are there. If there is only one, you need not to solve the question. Leave it because 2 options are there. Some quantity is taken out. Total 5 parts is taken out. Out of 5 parts, 3 parts will be apple. 2 parts vinegar. And then how many liters of vinegar are we adding? 2 parts we are taking out. And then 8 liters we are adding. This is the extra change that is we are calculating. Are you fine? Finally, vinegar quantity is how many liters more than initial quantity of vinegar? That means this value is equal to 4 liters. What is this 2 parts? In initial container or the quantity which we are taking out or the remaining? The quantity taking out. Yes? Then 2 parts goes to right hand side. 4 comes to left hand side. 2 parts is equal to how many parts of quantity we are taking out? Which is equal to? That's all. You understand? Few data missing. There are in total 8 destinations, 1 to 8. If a car has to go from one destination to another destination, it will have to travel through in between destinations. For example, if car A travels from destination 1 to 4, it will have to travel through destinations 2 and 3. So continuity is there. Required columns depict some. Okay, fine. M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. First, they are talking about speed. Then they are talking about distance. Then finally, they are talking about time. Let me first write numbers which are mentioned: 64, 31, 55, 28.25. Can I rewrite it as 28 1 by 4? 28 1 by 4 convert into, mix it to improper. 28 4 times 112 plus 1, 113 by 4. Time 5 7 by 18. Mixed fraction, let us convert into improper. 18 5 times 90 plus 7, 97 by 18. 4 4 by 5, 24 by 5. 2 41 by 46. 192. Wait. Are agandi abba. 120, 133. 133 by 46. Agreed? How I calculated, let me tell you. 241 by 46. You know that you have to multiply these two and then add 41, correct? 46, I am treating it as 40 only. How many 40s? 2. Plus we have to add some number. There also we have one more 40. That is 120. Now concentrate on remaining numbers. 2 6 times, which is left 12, plus 1, 13. 120, 13. That's how I got 133 by 46. 8 31 times. 8 30 is 240. Plus 8, 248. Plus 6. 254 by 31. 3 3 by 11. 36 by 11 and then 8. So now, let us calculate distance. We have continuity, that's the advantage. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. Everywhere it is continuation only, correct? First is 220. Next is 194. Observe this, 194 kilometers travel in 97 by 18 minutes of time. Then speed here is distance divided by time. Denominator in denominator comes to numerator, 97 2 times, which is 36. Agreed? Next. Third distance, 3 to 4. 1. So speed here is 168 kilometers covered in 24 by 5. Yes? 7 times. 7 into 5, 35. 4 to 5 distance, 133. Speed here is 133 kilometers covered in 133 by 46. 133 gets cancelled, 46 here. You got it? Now, for these three, last three, we don't know distance. Till here, what I would like to calculate is cumulative distance. Because in your data, your second point says if you want to travel from one place to another place, you have to connect respective places in between those two. Correct? So instead of every time adding, I want to take cumulative distance till P. 220 plus 194. 414. 414 plus 168. 582. Are you following? 182 plus 133. 517. Till here we have got cumulative. Why are we leaving these three? A reason being, we don't know distances here directly. But now we have to calculate. Yes? Let us calculate distances. Distance here is equal to speed into time. 254 by 31 into 31. That gets cancelled and finally you'll have 254. It is distance for only Q. Q is 5 to 6. Next here, distance is 55 into 36 by 11, 5 times, which is 180. Yellow color values are individual distances. White color values till P, they are all cumulative. Just remember. Now, 113 by 4 into 8, 4, 2 times, 113 into 2, 226. So now we have all the values except time in M. Time in M, which is equal to 220 distance by speed, which is 64. Correct? Cancellation with 4. Numerator is 55. Denominator 16. 55 by 16. 55 divided by 16. We have all the values. Let's try to calculate answers. Only thing you need to remember is till P, all the distances are cumulative. Q, R, S are individual distances. This is a point you need to remember. Speed of train is 2, 8 by 11 times of the average speed of cars. M, O, P, Q. M, O, P, Q. 64, 46. 110. 35, 31. 66. 110, 66. 176. Average by 4. Train speed is 2, 8 by 11, which is 30 by 11. 30 by 11 times. 4, 44 times. 11, 4 times, which is 120. Speed of the train. T stands for train, not time. Be careful. If train can cross an electric pole in 12 seconds, what is the length of the train? Train length is equal to speed into time. Whatever the distance covered in that case will be the train length. Speed of the train, 120 kilometer per hour converted to meter per second. And the time taken, 12. 6, 3 times, 2 times, 3, 40 times. 5 into 2, 10 into 40, 400. Car M started from destination 1 towards destination 5 at 4 am. Car P started from destination 5 towards destination 1 at the same time. So that means both are moving in what direction? Opposite direction. 1 to 5. 1 to 5 in the sense till P only. Come on. Till P we already calculated our cumulative distance which we got. 715 is the distance between both the places. And both are moving in what direction? Opposite direction. Which are they? M and P. M and P. What is your question about? At what time will they meet? What is the time now? Now the time is 4 o'clock. M and P both are moving opposite direction. Relative speed S1 plus S2, which is 1, 10. 11, 10 times, 11, 65 times. 65 by 10, 6.5 hours. From what time it takes 6.5 hours? From 4 a.m. if you add 6.5 hours, that will be 10:30 a.m. only. Car T covers distance between destination 2 and 3 at a speed of 64, 2 by 3 km per hour, and the distance between destination 2 and 3 and 4 at a speed of 42 km per hour. What was its average speed? What do you mean by average speed? Total distance by total time. Total distance 2 to 3, 3 to 4, correct? 2 to 3, 194, 3 to 4, 168. To make the first number round figure, how much is required? Take 6 from the second number, that becomes 162 plus 200. 362 kilometers is the total distance covered. 194 kilometers covered with the speed something. 168 kilometers covered with some other speed. Let's identify their speeds. 2 to 3 distance is traveled with the speed 64, 2 by 3. 64 3 times 192 plus 2. 194 by 3 comes to numerator. This gets cancelled. 168 kilometers traveled with the speed 42. 42 cancellation 4 times. So total denominator is equal to 7. 7 5 times 35. 12 by 7, 1. Are we done with the answer? There is only one option which starts with 51. I don't want fraction. 51 something should be there, and there is only one. I actually started answering by after identifying first digit itself. What is your first digit? 5. But we are not done with the answer. All are starting with 5 only. So second digit, after identifying second digit, we are done. How much time will car R take to cover distance between destination 1 to 8? 1 to 5 we already know. How much? 715 plus. Remaining how many more distances are there? 3. Let's add. 20, 200, 200, 100. 80, 20. 600. Left over 54 and 6, 60. Total 660 plus 660. This is a total distance to be covered by car, where R speed is 55. This value is equal to 1375 divided by 55. Correct? Cancellation with 55 direct. Are you comfortable with 55? 55 2 times 110. 27 and 5. 275. 5 times. 25. Fourth option. What is the respective ratio of the distance between 2 to 5 and 5 to 8? 5 to 8. 5 to 8 meaning last 3, right? Just now we calculated last 3. How much is that? 660. And first number is 2 to 5. You know 1 to 5. How much is 1 to 5? Out of 715, this 1 to 220 is also there. Now we don't need 220. Am I right? First subtract 215, then you can subtract 5 later. From this, if you subtract 215, how much is there? From 500, again you have to subtract 5 more. 4, 9, 5. 11, 45 times. 11, 60 times. 15, 3 times. 4 times. 3 is to 4. Over. Sufficient. Data sufficiency. What is the area of the circle? Pi r square. So we need r. When you know r value, you are done with the question. Diameter of the circle is 90 centimeters less than the circumference. What do you mean by circumference? Or you can also say pi d. So difference between pi d and d is equal to 90, where you know pi value 22/7. There is only one variable d. If you solve this, will you get d value? Once you have d value, you will also know r value. Once you have r value, can you identify circle area? Yes, one alone is definitely sufficient. Radius of the circle is equal to length of the rectangle whose perimeter is 78. 2 times of L plus B 78. L plus B is equal to 39. But from this, can you identify how much is L? So, when you don't know how much is length, can we calculate radius? No. 2 alone is not sufficient. 1 alone is sufficient. Next. Cedric mixed 2 types of rice for selling the mixer in his shop. What is the quantity of the first type of rice in the mixer? Allegation mixer. Correct? How many kgs of first variety? That's what you need to calculate. In these tick mark places, what is that you are supposed to write? Either all 3 cost prices, all 3 selling prices. When you have these 3, what is that you can calculate? Ratio. Once you have ratio, are you done with the question? No. No. You need some more information. What is the quantity we used in second variety? That also we need. For example, if you know that is 10 kgs. Are you okay? Finally, if you get 3:2 is the ratio. 3 parts of first variety, 2 parts of second variety. Can you say answer as 3 parts? Enti as me bonda. You cannot say answer as 3 parts. You need to give answer in terms of a number. If you know 2 parts is equal to 10 kgs, then you can calculate what is 1 part. Then you can calculate 3 parts. Are you getting my point? So only ratio will not help you. You need to know information about quantity. You need to know information about quantity. Then only we can answer the question. That quantity information may be about quantity we used for the second variety, or if we know what is the total quantity used, first variety and second variety together, how many parts? If you know 5 parts value, still we can calculate 3 parts. If you know difference of quantities used, still you can answer the question. Difference in terms of parts, 1 part. Even if you know 1 part value, you can calculate 3 parts. So about quantity, you may have 3 values. Number 1, variety 2 used, quantity of second variety used, or total quantity used, or the difference used. So one information about quantity among these 3 are required, and also tick mark places are required. So total how many values we are looking for now? How many? 4. 3 cost prices or 3 selling prices. 1 quantity. Total 4. Let's go. First one. The price of the first variety of rice is 36 rupees per kg. First variety price is 36. And he earned a 20% profit by selling it at 57.6. So 57.6, is it related to the second variety or the mixer? Is it information about cost price or the selling price? Selling price. So we can convert into cost price. 48 is cost price. Don't get surprised, I'll tell you the logic. What is the profit percent used? And 20% is ending with 60. Then 10% may end with 3 or 8. Sagamabba mee paade mimmale tagalayya. 2 times 0.6 తో ఎండ్ అవుతే 1 టైం అనేది either 0.3 or 0.8 తో ఎండ్ అవ్వాలి. Agreed or not? Then 100% should end with, this is about 10%. Earlier was one about 20%. 20% ending with 0.6. 10% may end with either 0.3 or 0.8. Then 100% should end with either 3 or 8. After 20% profit, number is in 50s. Before 20% profit, it will not be in 50s. It should be in 40s only. So either it will be 43 or 48. What is 10%? 20%. If we add 9.6, are we going to get 57.6 or not? This is the calculation which I did. And finally you say 48 is mixer cost price. This is the data given in first information. Is this sufficient to answer the question? Because we need cost price of the second variety and also one information about quantity. They are not there, one alone is not sufficient. Next, second one. The price of the second variety is 58 rupees per kg. Difference between the quantities of first type of rice and the second type of rice is equal to 3 kgs. Difference is equal to 3 kgs. This is what information given in second statement. Is second alone sufficient to answer the question? Second information is in blue. That is not sufficient. We need all the information which are in white color and blue color, correct? So what is answer? Both are required to answer the question. If you go for allegation, this is 10, this is 12, ratio 5:6, 5 parts, 6 parts. Difference 1 part, which is 3, 5 parts, 15 and 18. 15 kgs of first variety, 18 kgs of second variety are used. A bag contains 4 blue, 5 red and then 6 yellow. Blue 4, 5 red, 6 yellow, total 15. One shirt is drawn randomly. What is the probability that it is either yellow or red? So total how many favorable cases are there? 11. It is 11C1 out of total 15C1. It is 11 by 15 only. Second option. 2 shirts are drawn randomly. 15C2, 15 into 14 divided by denominator and denominator comes to numerator 2 into 1. What is the probability that both are of blue? Right, I don't need this one. It is 15C2, total outcomes. Both are blue. How many blue are there? It is 4C2 only. Straightforward, we can write it as 4 into 3 by 15 into 14. Actually, by 2 factorial comes here. By 2 factorial also comes here. Both gets cancelled. So don't have to write and don't have to waste our time by cancellation. Correct? 3, 2, 7 times. 2 by 35. Fourth option. 3 shirts are drawn randomly. What is the probability that exactly one of them is blue? How many shirts are drawn? 3 are drawn. So total outcomes 15C3. How many are we taking now? 3. Only one should be blue. How many blue are there? So we need 4C1. Out of total 3 shirts, how many shirts are already there now? 1. Remaining 2 may be from red and yellow combination. Any 2 is fine, correct? Red and yellow, how many are there? 11. And we need to get 2. That is 11C2. 4C1, 4 by 1. 11C2, 11 into 10 by 2 into 15C3, 15 into 14 into 13 divided by 3 factorial goes to numerator. 3 into 2 into 1. 10 into 3, 2 into 15. Cancel. 2, 7 times. That's all. 44 by 91. Third option. Amount of income and expenditure in a business during 6 given years. 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Though numbers are, respective numbers are written there, values are in zigzag mode. So I always recommend you to prepare the table so that there won't be any confusion. First they are talking about income, then they are talking about expenditure. Income, diamond in shape. Come on. Start with 580, continue the line. 580, continue the line. 620, 300, 560, 380 and 480. Expenditures 340. Start with this. 320, 440, 300, 200. Note, profit is income minus expenditure. Yes, we know that. Income minus expenditure. See, assume like you have a shop. You have a shop. First you'll buy items and then you need to sell. When you buy, that is towards your expenditure. You are paying it to somebody. So that is related to your cost price. You get income. When you sell income, customers will pay you money. So that is called selling price. Income is related to selling price. Expenditure is related to your cost price. We know that point. Profit percent is given, loss is given, loss percentage is given. We all know that. What is the average profit earned by businessman in 21, 23, 25? Profit 21, 300, 23, 260, 25, 280. And we were asked to calculate average profit. It is not average profit percent. It is average only. Correct. Look at those numbers. Are those numbers are consecutive numbers with a difference of 20? 260, 280, 300. Consecutive numbers. Change the order. Average is middle number. What is middle number? Middle number in not this. Middle number in not this set. After changing those 260, 280, 300. Middle number. What is the respective? What is the profit percent earned by businessman in 2020, 2021? In 2020, how much profit is made? 240. 580 minus 340. 240. How much is total profit made in those 2 years? 540. But we were asked to calculate profit percent, not profit. Correct. Profit percentage is always calculated on cost price. Cost price in the sense expenditure only, which is 660. Percentage into 100. We calculate always with respect to denominator. That's what I told you always. Correct? Right. What is difference between numerator and denominator? Numerator is how much less than the denominator? 120 less. Let's identify in terms of percentage. What is 10% of the denominator? Double. But we need 120, right? You know that 132 is equal to 132 is equal to 20%. But we need only 120. Correct. What is 10% of this number? 13.2. We need to subtract 12, right? We need to subtract only 12. But when you take 10% of this number, 10% of this number, 2%, which is equal to 13.2. So you don't have to subtract 13.2. Little bit less than that number. Am I right? So I will not subtract 2% from this number. Little bit less than 2%. That may be 1.9, 1.8, 1.7. Whatever you say, I'll write. This is the question. 1.9 or 1.8 or 1.7. Whatever you say, I will write that. 1.8. If I subtract 1.8, it becomes 18.2%. So I can say numerator is 120 less. Otherwise, I can say numerator is 18.2% less. Then it will be 81.8%. Correct? Go to options. Fifth option. Clear? You actually need not to write this much simplification also. When you know that 132 is equal to 20%, we need 120, which is little bit less than this number. So we have to subtract less than 20%. If you subtract less than 20%, answer will be little bit more than 80%. That is enough to answer the question. Go to options, identify the one which is close to 80 and more than 80. There is only one. You understand? What is the respective ratio between total profit earned by the businessman in 2020, 2025? In 2020, we already know 240. 2025 also we know 280. Ratio, right? 240. 240, 280, both together 520. And loss incurred in 2022 and 2024. Loss incurred. 2022, how much loss is made? 140 loss. 2024, 220. Both together. And we were asked to calculate ratio only. Cancel. 4, 13, 9. Third option. Expenditure of the businessman increased by what percentage from 2021 to 2024? 2021 expenditure, 2022 24 expenditure 600. If 320 becomes 600, increased by 280 increase from 320 percentage into 100, correct? Numerator is how much less than the denominator? 40, correct? You need to get 40 using denominator only. How do you get 40 using 320? By 8. By 8. 100 by 8 in the sense 12.5%. If numerator is 40 less, which I will say 12.5% less, answer is 87.5%. Or otherwise also 0 can be cancelled. 4, 7 times, 4, 8 times, 7 by 8 meaning 87.5%. Profit earned by the businessman in 2025 is what percent more than profit earned by him in 2020? Profit earned in 2025, 280, is what percentage more than 2020? 240. Using 240, 280 is how much more? 40 more from 240. Percentage into 40, 6 times. What do you mean by 1 by 6? 16, 2 by 3 percentage. Clear? Right. Okay.